Here's our harvest from our last fishing trip. As you can see, when it's in the kitchen, it looks quite a lot. You're probably looking about $30 or $40 worth of seafood here if you were to buy it at the shop. Now normally in Asia or in some parts of the country we don't fillet them. We normally just eat them the whole. So I'll just show you how we and some other people do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same dish as you would get if you go to a Thai restaurant and you order fried fish with sweet and sour sauce, or fish with chili sauce, one of those. But if it's a fish dish and it's fried, it'll come with this special sauce. So what we're going to do is, these are already scaled and they've been gutted, and there's no smell to them because they're so fresh. There's no fishy smell, which is great. If you buy it from the shop, it's nothing compared to something that you just caught freshly. So we've got a couple kahawais, we've got a few kahawais. We've got the 28 centimeter snapper that my brother caught, and we've got this huge trevally that I caught, or my wife caught. So I'll show you what we do. Normally at a Thai restaurant, they'll serve you a fish about this size and they'll serve it whole. But because we don't have a big kitchen and we're using a small pan, we're going to cut it up into chunks to fit our pan. But normally when you go to a Thai restaurant, and my wife, she's a Thai chef, she's been cooking around Thai restaurant before she got her new job as a daycare worker. She used to work in Bun Thai and what's the other one? The other Thai restaurant on Hood Street. So she knows how to cook. So first of all, off goes the tail, off goes the fin. And normally we just make a cut like that, and if you've got big enough pan, you normally just deep fry this whole thing in whole, and you just get a knife and fork and you just take the meat away from the bone. But because we've got a small pan, we're just going to cut it down the middle. Like that, and you can see how fresh it is. We can also do this to kahawai as well, because once you bleed the kahawai out, it's really not too bad. So same thing, just so that you get a crunchy texture.
And it cooks through.
Yep, and it cooks through. Is that enough for the pan, or do you want to
just cut half?
Like that, and we just fry the whole fish. That's ready to be chucked into the pan and get fried. Normally they should be about that size to that size, because what we want is we want a crispy texture in the meat, so we want a little bit of crunch. When it gets a little bit too big, it goes a little bit soft and the texture's not right. But so there you go. It's not all about how big your fish is. Sometimes it tastes better when it's smaller. We'll wash this before we start cooking them up again, just to clean off the scale and the blood that's around the fish.
One more.
frying this up in some oil, well not some, a lot of oil, and basically you're deep frying it really. I know it doesn't sound healthy, but this isn't a healthy channel.
So this is the tamarind, and then we're gonna soak in the hot water for about 5 minutes.
With the tamarind, all you want is just the juice, just like what we did with the massaman curry. Here are some fish steaks or pieces that's already been cooked. You can see it's golden brown, flaky, crispy. That's the kind of texture that we're aiming for. So we got the kawai and the snapper as well. And yeah, that's the texture you want. So when you bite into this, it should be nice and crunchy. This is tamarind and sugar in a low heat, and what you're aiming for is trying to make it like a syrup. Just crushing garlic and chili together. Dice some capsicum into strips.
So it will be
Fish sauce. The last thing to do is just garnish it with coriander, and that's pretty much it. That's the sauce that goes over top of the fish. It is dinner time. We've got fish from the ocean that we caught today, venison that we shot a couple weeks ago, some salad from our garden, and then the sauces that we made. So it's pretty much just living off the land really. So basically what you do is you get your fish chunks, get your sauce, drizzle it over that, and then with your spoon and fork you take the pieces out. And that's pretty much it.